in audio. 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 In audio.
Oh, yo, people, what's going on? Welcome back to Saeed TV. This is your Mandem Talk. We are here Wednesday, 5 p.m. ish, but things happen in life, so people apologize for the lateness. But we're here, man. Mandem Talk, and boy, is there a lot to talk about. The Mandem chat has been popping, the Mandem WhatsApp group has been popping. So that's why I created this show. This is the Mandem Talk that happens on a WhatsApp that really deserves this airtime. So we are here. Big up to everybody who's locked in right now. Over 300 of you already here. The first thing you guys need to do is hit the like button. Hit that like button right now. Let's get to 200 likes from the off. And yeah, man, let's introduce the Mandem in the building. We got man like Tyrone, Fresh. You get me here. What are you telling me? You good, bro?
Yeah, big up, man. Big up for having me as always. Big up Double A, big up Rhino, big up Moose inside. Make sure you like the people, obviously like the video, support all the content, man. It's a lot to talk about today, but yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it because we even said in the Mandem talk, let's not actually say much and save it for the show so that it's more natural. So that's what we're doing, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We got Double A in the office there. Collection
Yeah,
of
good to
shirts.
see you, Azza,
Yeah,
man. Good to see you.
Entirely
yeah,
good.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
I feel like Mason Mount. I'm in the wrong club. I was normally on a Sunday. I'm here on a Wednesday. Number
Yeah.
seven on me, number 7 on me back. You know what I mean? Now, but honestly, appreciate you giving me time to come on. I love this show. Genuinely, this when I'm in the office on a Wednesday, 5 to 6. This is what I'm watching before I head out.
Come on, man.
So yeah, appreciate being here. Big up all the guys that are here. The chat as always. I'm sure I want to be entertained. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it because it's been a hectic day for United. Do you know what I mean? I've barely done any work. Been on social media most of the day because it's been going crazy. So I'm excited to talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. We got man like Rhino in the building. Rhino, what you telling me? You good?
Come on, man. Yeah, man. Locked in, man. Them, man. Listen, we've got a lot to talk about, man. Big up the chat. Big up you side as always, man. Ty, Double A, as well, Musa. Big up the man, them as always, man. We've got a lot to talk about, man.
Yeah.
So let's go, man. Let's go.
Bro, let's go, man. Let's go. Hopefully Musa will come back as well. You know, he's always got something going on with his Wi-Fi or phone. But Tyrone, man, Mason Mount signs for Manchester United. You're thinking to yourself, that's it now. You don't need anything more. You've just you've given a bombshell. It's a big bombshell. A signing is something that you can get used to. But then you give the number 7 shirt to Mason Mount, and it caused absolute drama on the timeline. Um, Tyrone, man, where you at, man? How do you feel? Because I feel like you're gonna be a bit more calm about this. But where are you in terms of the whole situation? Should he have given it him? Did he deserve it? Did he not deserve it? Where are you?
You know me well, Saeed, because this drama is not needed. This drama is not needed. Honestly, growing up supporting Man United, obviously we've seen some players be so successful in the shirt. You can name the top 5, for example. Then we've seen the players like Valencia who's had it, who was not really a number 7, but he kind of earned his right to be the best of that bunch to get the number 7. Then we've had Memphis, we've had Di Maria, who unfortunately didn't work out here, but I would have loved him to work out here. And then we move forward, really. And a lot of people talking about Garnacho was going to get it. I'm going to say it straight up. I didn't want Garnacho to ever have the number 7 shirt yet. I'm going to put it out there, period. He's not ready. I want him to focus on his game. I'm not saying that number 7 doesn't allow him to focus on his game. I just want him to be good at what he does, get into that first team properly, become a starter, focus on his football. So for me, the number 7 shirt was still open. The bottom line is it's this. It's two ways I look at it. The number 7 shirt didn't have to go to Mason Mount, and we could have saved it until next season if we got a big player in, we done well in the Champions League, we got top 4 again, and it's like, okay, cool, I'll accept that. However, if someone's going to get it this summer, then for me, it was Mason Mount. I'm not really that shocked. And the only reason I'll say that is because when you look at Manchester United and what we're doing right now, it was either going to be Garnacho, who I don't think is ready, and I've clearly just said that, and that's my opinion. But then in terms of the players that we have in the squad right now, Rashford's not going to take it. Sancho, I'm sorry, as much as I want it to work out for him, right now it's not. He doesn't earn the right to have the number 7 shirt. So Mason Mount, 60 million. We're probably going to get a Holland, for example, say the striker, if we got him. We're then maybe looking at an Amrabat, whoever it is. You might look at a defender. In terms of marquee signing for the window, I'm going to be real with you. This is the marquee signing for Ten Hag. He's wanted a number 8. He wants a midfielder to go alongside Casemiro, who I still want another midfielder, I'll be honest with you. But the bottom line is Mason Mount's here. In terms of marquee signings, what Ten Hag wants, on the outfield pitch, Mason Mount is that player. So the 7 shirt has gone to him. Now, whether he's going to live up to his expectation of delivering that 7 shirt is another question. We don't know yet. He hasn't kicked a ball in a United shirt. But I actually feel like I'm backing Mason Mount more because a lot of people are onto him already. It's not his fault that obviously he cost 60 million. It's not his fault that Ten Hag has gone for him. At the end of the day, he's Premier League proven. I actually like Mason Mount when he's coming through the Chelsea Academy. I think he can add something to us if he plays up as an 8. And let's see what he does. But I think this is all like drama. And the way I'll end it is, before you bring in Azza or whoever, is that if we had signed Amrabat, a striker, Onana, and then Mason Mount to come in at the end of the window, towards the end of the window, and we already had 3 players, and the fans are kind of like, okay, United are doing business. I don't think there's as much uproar about this because already July the 5th, and he's the first signing through the window. It's like another reason just to hit the cricket bat for 6. Like, that is literally it, because he's the first signing and he's been given a number 7. It's like, oh, okay, now we can get onto him for this. But if we had signed 3 other players or 4 other players and he come in now, no one's really moaning. So for me, I think this is all an overreaction. And I know Moose is obviously going to probably agree, because I saw his voice note earlier, but let's see what he does in the number 7 shirt. I wish him all the best. I'm rooting for him. I really am rooting for him, Saeed. I like this underdog factor.
Yeah, no. Listen, we welcome different opinions, and that's what this channel's all about.
Yeah.
The thing that I get with you in terms of new signing, it makes sense. For me, the signing was already underwhelming anyway. That's just from my point of view anyway. That's just my kind of judgment on that one. I think this one was almost like the added kind of to put someone off the cliff in terms of like you brought in Mount, but then you're giving it a number 7 shirt.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
Saeed, but I'm going to say to you, who else are you going to give the number 7 shirt to right now? Other than Mason Mount, who is the
Nothing.
marquee signing,
Yeah.
whether people like it or not. What other option is there?
Yeah.
No
I
one
think
can
for
have
me,
it.
there's one option.
Give it to no one.
Sorry, no,
Yeah,
ain't
Azza,
no one has
exactly. Or you don't give it. That's it, Azza. Or you don't give it to no one, and you wait till next summer.
Yeah.
But if the club are not going to do
Next
that,
summer.
then I get it why it's Mason Mount.
Yeah. And also, one of the reasons why I think irritated a lot of people was that Ten Hag did offer, it was almost like a ploy to bring him to the football club. And I feel like for me, it's either wages or you do something drastic like that. But I think for me, there was an initial kind of like, whoa. But it doesn't surprise me. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a club that does that. He's a guy who's very, very, like, in terms of social media, he's very, very big, and he's like, you can tell he's gonna be the next kind of guy that the club can use in terms of PR and whatnot. But like I said to you, Double A, it's one of them where it kind of like it just made the fans feel like, we've gone from a high to a low, and that's what the club does, right? But how are you feeling in terms of this situation right now that's happened today?
I agree with what a lot of Thais say, and he makes some good points. And some in regards to Garnacho, I kind of disagree with in certain instances. So with Mount, for me, like you said, underwhelming signing. I don't think it's a signing Manchester United or Manchester United fans wanted to see the club bring in straight away. There's many other areas of the team we feel need improving before maybe a Mason Mount comes in. Like Ty says, if he's the third or fourth, fifth signing, I think fans get behind it a lot quicker because it's been so dragged out and because of the stupid bids and this. We get bored of signings, don't we? We get bored of transfer rooms. We get bored of hearing that the club just can't get something over the line quick enough. So there's already that pressure on Mount coming into the club as the first signing. Maybe not what a lot of people want, regardless of his skill set and what Ten Hag has planned for him. To then go and give him the number 7, for me, just adds pressure that he doesn't need right now. You talk a lot of Sancho, the pressure on him, and why he should be annoyed at not getting number 7. It can't work. It can't work for him with number 25. So I think with this number and how it's become such a poison chalice for United in terms of the players that are wearing it, I just don't think he needed that pressure adding to what it already was. And like you said, Ten Hag's used it as a negotiating tactic, which has worked. You can even go further back. There's that video of him talking about Ronaldo and him copying the technique. He wore number 7 for the Chelsea youth team, number he likes anyway. So if he's going to be offered it, he's going to snap it up 100%. You would. You come into Manchester United, the biggest club in the world. I want to take the most iconic number because I back myself, and I agree with that. With Garnacho, I personally would have given it to Garnacho because you look at what he's done last season, and this kid backs himself. You saw the social media post when he got 7 million followers. He wanted it. He clearly wanted it. His brothers come out and tweeted, "Wow!" after the news come out about Mount. And when Ronaldo came, he was offered 28, and he got given numbers. Oh, he wasn't offered 28. He thought he was going to take 28 and got given number 7. I'm not saying Garnacho is going to be Ronaldo, but Ronaldo took that number on and he made it his own. I believe Garnacho could do the exact same thing. You talk about obviously Garnacho's not a starter for the team and it shouldn't be given to a non-starter. But listen, this kid backs himself so much that he will eventually become a starter for this team. And the sooner you give him something like that, I think he'll take it on and run with it. I hope he's not annoyed. I know he's like the post from United about him taking the number 7, Mount taking the 7. So it looks like it's not the case. But listen, we all back Garnacho and hoping that he's going to be the next big thing. But in terms of Mount, the bottom line is I just don't think it was needed. That extra pressure needed right now for what is going to be a massive season for United.
No, I think that's some good points as well made there. The only thing I disagree is that even for me, Garnacho for me isn't ready for that number 7 shirt. I think he needs to prove himself in the next year or so to kind of be more consistent. And I always think for me, number 7, you got to be starting as well because it kind of holds that kind of weight in terms of that aura. Number 7 feeling, it gives you
I
that
even see someone
aura.
in the comments say that he could be a number 11 if that situation. You never know. You never know.
Well, yeah, there you go. If that situation, yeah, it does exactly.
I think
But
Andy
you know what?
That's Andy's number, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. But you know what though, Rhino? Does it really matter this number? Di Maria failed. Depay failed. Who else failed, man? Valencia.
Cavani had it recently.
Owen. Cavani had it. Has it lost its meaning though, Rhino? Let's be honest, man. The
That's
number 7
where
shirt,
I'm
man, are we just kind of.
That's where I'm kind of going with it.
Outrage?
I don't know. I'm stuck in the middle because a part of me feels like it has lost its value. The whole club's lost its value in many aspects, to be fair.
Word.
When I look at it in that kind of perspective, I kind of feel like, it is an unnecessary uproar. But at the same time, I feel like it's mad though. Number 7's it's a mad shirt, man. Obviously the Beckhams and the Ronaldos and whatnot, but we say on one side that Garnacho doesn't really deserve it. Obviously he's not a starter yet, so that's definitely an important factor to make sure we consider. But at the same time, Mount, what's Mount done? I don't know. I feel like Mount don't have that reputation to say, yeah, give me the 7. Cool, he might back himself, but what's Mount done realistically? You know what I mean? He doesn't have that. Garnacho's got that kind of similar to Ronaldo, that cockiness, that I'm it. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like number 7 fits that, But times are changing, innit? So we might as well just move on and just try and remain positive. But I
So-
don't know. I'm stuck on the fence, man. I'm stuck on the fence still.
No. I
The
think it
seven's
is, but
still
you
valuable,
can be.
but at the same time, I
Yeah.
feel like times have changed, innit? So yeah.
No, I hear you, man. I think times have changed. If you look at it, it just shows you pre Ronaldo, you had Beckham, Robson, Cantona. It was all great number sevens. Past them, who's been a success in that seven shirt? Let's be honest. Has anyone been a success? Nobody
Exactly.
has been a success. So in reality, it's not really meant anything. It's just that it gives us a feeling of what used to be at Man United Football Club. But right now, the reality is we're even getting bought by new owners, hopefully. We'll talk about it at the end, but you know what I mean? Like, so the culture at Man United could change. You don't know. So maybe we need to change in terms of way we feel about number sevens and number 11s, and because that's the old United. That's pre Glazers, you know what I mean? Like when things were good at Old Trafford, not now anymore. So I think for me, we are overreacting, but at the same time, I've just kind of accepted what Man United are now. Expect the unexpected, and they will do anything so that their image just becomes big. Right now, today, yeah, just imagine the social media traction they've got today. They've announced Mount, and then they decided to announce that he's number 7. Just imagine that now. Everybody's talking about it. We've basically we've kind of given in to them what they want, and that's what they want. They want media shares, they want social media, boom, and that's what they it is, Tyrone. Let's be honest, like we fed into their craze and what they want. And it works, innit? Because it's a talking point, innit? Look at
Yeah,
Twitter
it
today,
is. To be
meltdown.
fair, it's
Crazy.
more noise. It's more noise for Manchester United, and whether people think it's bad noise or good noise, it's still noise around the transfer. And to be honest, I feel like Mason Mount, in terms of him, he's had one. He has had a bad season at Chelsea, but other than Enzo, who came in January, who's really had a good season for Chelsea, he looks good. Enzo, like we just know he needs a partner next to him.
Yeah. Quality
Other
player.
than that, we've seen a lot of Chelsea players not look good. Raheem Sterling went there, and I knew that I didn't think it would really work for him. But we're talking about someone who's won multiple trophies with Man City. He's gone there as, I'm going to be your main man for 50 million, and that's not even quite worked out. I just feel like with Mason Mount, we know what he is like as a player. We know that he has stepped up for Chelsea when it's needed. We know that he's won trophies with Chelsea. I just feel like Man United needs so much that we're just a bit underwhelmed with it as fans. But I'll be honest with you, that's why I said to you straight away when we came on, and I disagree with people. I'm balanced on this because I do feel like Mason Mount is a good player. I feel like we do need legs in midfield. I feel like if Ten Hag can get the formation right, which he wants to, I want to see Ten Hag more implement what he wants to do rather than sacrifice a little bit to try and do a bit of give and take. This is the year I'm like, Ten Hag, go and get your Onanas, go and get your Mount, go and get a striker and get one more in if we can. And I want to see more of what you can do. And I do believe that if Man United are to play to their best level, and Mason Mount is, I do think it adds something to us. I do think it does. Like, I know he's got what people say, oh, he's only got 8 assists in how many appearances for Chelsea, but it's much more than just stats. At the end of the day, you look at Paul Pogba. I think the year we had Ibra, for example, look how many chances he created for Ibra. Ibra didn't put them away. Ibra got 22 or something that season.
No.
He could have had 40.
Got more. He could have got
But
more.
people
Yeah,
said
he
that
could have
Pogba had
40,
a bad
man.
season just because the numbers weren't really there. But for me, it's more about watching the game of football. Us lot go to Old Trafford as well. There is more, to just getting like goals and assists. And I do hope that, he can come here with a fire in his belly. I know that Mason Mount wants to get back to his best. You know that like he wants this move. He wants to prove a point. And there's nothing better than sort of coming to Man United right now in the position we're in where, okay, we've got top 4. We're in the Champions League now. We know that next year is going to be harder to get top 4 at the moment. Like you look at our rivals, they're strengthening. We need to do the same. But I want players to come to Man United who have done it in the Premier League. They're a good age of 24, but he wants to prove a point. He's probably seeing or probably knowing that a lot of Man United fans are 50-50 on it. But I like that. I want him to come with that edge. Obviously, if it doesn't work out in the first 3 to 6 months, a lot of people are going to be on him. But I'll be honest with you, like I think Mason Mount, if we can get it right with him in that sort of number 8 role and get his qualities showing, then I'm for it, man. Like 60 million, this is the market nowadays. Look at us, like Onana, as much as I love him, we're still going to potentially pay 50 million for a goalkeeper. Yes, for the long term, it's actually worth it because he's a really good goalkeeper. But I'm talking that us lot grew up, double A me. When we were spending 25 million on elite players, and I was like, raw, going into school, Man United spent 25 million. 60 million is just the stat. We roll it off our tongue like it's nothing. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
this is what
that's
players
fact.
do nowadays, and a lot of youngsters will be watching this, and they might not know really that era. But honestly, we've grown up from the 15 million, 20 million, 25 being a lot of money to that being like That don't even happen really nowadays. That's sort of like what Brentford or teams like that or Fulham are dealing with. But do you know what I mean? But that was big money back then. So yeah, I'm not gonna let anyone budge me on what I think. I think I'm gonna go in with an open book.
No,
on this.
absolutely.
I'm not gonna slam the door on Mason Mount, and I really want him to do well because I've always had that attitude of in any walk of life, like when the underdog's going in or someone that not people, I want them to like do well. So I like them proving a point. I'm kind of like that as a person. So
Another story, yeah. Before I get Musa in, I'm gonna get Musa in because I want to hear his opinion on this. There's over 1,000 people in the chat. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, but most importantly, just hit the like button right now. It's bottom of your right hand corner. Hit the thumbs up button. Zoatech TV says this is why I can't rate Rashi. Why isn't he stepping up and taking number 7? He's the United. He's a United. He's plays on the wing, etc. Leave the 10 shirt for the magicians. Bro, if you start saying then who takes this and who takes that, bro, the number 10 is not a bad shout. Wayne Rooney wore number 10. I'd love to wear number 10 anyway. Hit 44 says we gave Eddie the 14. If Man United make a title charge this year, no one will care. Love from Philly. You're going to win the preseason game in US versus Arsenal. I don't know, man. I don't know. Preseason, you man can have the W, man. I'm not really bothered. It's when we get you guys in September. That's the real one we need to go for. But Musa, man, chat to us, man. What are you saying, man? Just in general, the Mason Mount debate, you know what I'm saying, to number 7. What are you saying?
Yeah, it's difficult, man. You know, we spoke about the number 7 earlier in the week, or I think last week, when we thought Garnacho was going to get it, because they did kind of create that build up. Because I'm sure he changed his social media handles, and I think they created that type of build up where the fan base thought he was going to get the number. I thought it was a bit too early, just because I don't think he's done enough in his career, and I think that Garnacho still has the capability of having a mediocre season and maybe not progressing as much as we would want him to, but he's still in that development stage. So he might not develop as fast as we would want him to as a fan base, and he might end up scoring 5 goals with a couple assists. And they might be key goals, but it's not something that is, you know what I mean, not like a massive impact throughout the whole season. So again, I just feel like it might be a bit too early. And when you get that number, then there's a lot of pressure on you to kind of deliver from the get-go. I just feel like the problem is that number didn't have to go to anyone. It's not that deep. I feel like from what they're saying, that Eric Ten Hag promised it to him to kind of show him that you're my man and I want you. I'm just watching the manager. Like, for me right now, the VAR is so directly on Eric Ten Hag right about now for me. Like, my VAR camera has turned.
And we lost him. Yeah, we lost him.
yeah, the VAR camera definitely turned.
The VAR stopped, mate. You know what I mean? The VAR camera, they said, yo, shush, man. You get me? Like, he ain't having that. So, but you know what it is, though? It has got to the point now where, you know, the fan base, I see today, like, a few Ten Hag out shouts. I feel like there's a lot of Ronaldo, not Ronaldo fanboys, but like, you know, Ronaldo stands that were already pissed off at Ten Hag anyway. And this kind of like almost like, you know what I mean? Like, tipped it over the edge. It's like, Ronaldo used to have that shirt, and you sold Ronaldo to give it to Mason Mount. Like, that's how some people are feeling. So, you know what I mean? It's one of them, man. I kind of like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it gives that kind of vibe. But hopefully, like I said, Double A, we move on now, and you know, Mason Mount delivers, because that's one thing you can't have a bad games with that number 7 shirt now. You know what I mean? It's one of them now. You've got to perform now and live up to that number.
See, this is what I was saying. Is that unnecessary pressure now already added to him? And Ty said he's not even kicked a ball. He's not played a minute now because he's got the number 7 on his back. There's that unneeded pressure for a player that he's gonna, you know, not even. Hopefully, he finds his feet straight away and comes in. And listen, Ten Hag has a great record with every single signing he's made. Not one hasn't played well last season, and we've moved away from just bringing names in. Ten Hag is specific in what type of player profile he wants. And when he finds a player that he thinks can fit that profile and he can get the best out of and coach, he goes and gets them. And Mason Mount clearly fits that bill for him to be the first signing, for him to go and chase him and make sure United got the deal over the line. And to ask or to offer him the number 7 shirt clearly shows you how important he might be to Manchester United next season. And listen, people aren't going to be happy no matter who you buy. There's always going to be people that that are going to go against it and think it's not a good signing. We all do it. I'm not going to lie, I wasn't that excited about Mason Mount, but you know, all I can do is back him and back the manager and back the team. I'm not saying I agree with it, and I'm not saying blindly follow the manager. I hear people say, "Yeah, but back your manager, back him, Ten Hag, this and that." It shouldn't be that way. And you
No,
can
if you want to disagree with something, you can. You're allowed. Yeah, you're a fan.
You don't have to blindly follow anyone because it
Mm.
leads off a cliff like a lemming. Do you know what I mean? It's not how it should be. So
Yeah.
just take. Let's see what happens. Already people are getting on his back, already saying it's a bad signing. It's this and it's that. How can you give him the number 7 shirt? At the end of the day, doesn't matter what number you've got on the back. It matters what's on the front of it. And if he's wearing a United shirt and he steps on the pitch, we back him. And listen, I fully trust in what Ten Hag can get out of players. He turned Rashford from a bum into one of the best wide players in the Premier League last season, and he improved every single player that played for Manchester United, barring maybe Sancho. So it proves his track record in getting the best out of players. And he's kind of got another Rashford situation on his hand with a player coming off a bad season, needing to hit the ground running to not only play well for his club but get himself back in the England team. And that's something that Mason Mount will want to take on,
especially with the Euros next year.
100%. So again, it's on his toes, Mount, to get the best out of himself under this team. And listen, there's already people talking about the midfield of Bruno, Mount, and Casemiro. But let's be honest, I think Mount adds more than Eriksen adds. So straight away for me, I think he improves us in that area. So it's going to be interesting to see what we do for the rest of the summer, because I think the main reason why United fans at the moment are so negative and a bit got the backs up is because the club are letting us down again in the transfer window and not backing the manager in the ways we feel he should be backed, and the manager thinks he should be backed. Xhaka should have been the first signing, 100%, because we know we need that. Then the keeper looks like it's going to happen, and now we get the midfield in. We've lost one player in Kim Min-jae and probably Rabiot, but I think that's a blessing in disguise. I just think we just need to take a minute, accept Mason Mount's our player, get behind him, and we'll see what happens in the season. Pre-season, we'll get a touch of it, and then when the season goes, we get behind him. But all this negative talk and putting him down and saying he's rubbish before he's even done anything is stupid.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, honestly. It is. And the thing is, for me, Said, as well, it's been clear, right? You look at, I'm going to use the midfield, Liverpool as a perfect example. There are rivals, right? But I'm not gonna lie. At the moment, I respect what they're doing in the window. We look at them and we said, right, they need 3 midfielders. If you follow football, you know what they need. So they've got McAllister, they've got Szoboszlai, and then they look like they might get a number 6 there, Lavio, whoever it is, right? Man United, we said the same thing. Despite Casemiro and Eriksen looking quite good at the start of the season, Ten Hag done that thing of, he played them in a lot of games. He kept playing them. We always had like a few Europa League games. We were like, yeah, he'll probably rotate. We saw Casemiro and Eriksen. Everyone was like, they're going to get burnt out. Now, towards the end of the season, we saw that Eriksen's a good squad player. He was never meant to come in and be a main starter starting 40 games a season. He was meant to be a good squad player, and I still think he can be that. But when you look at what Liverpool done, they've gone out and got 2 out of their 3 midfielders already. Man United needed 2 or 3 midfielders. Potentially Fred could be off, or McTominay, one of the 2 or whatever. The bottom line is Man United are in the same position where I'd say that we could need 3 midfielders. So the fact that we've got a Mason Mount already, that's sort of the legs. He presses well. He's versatile. He's intelligent in terms of the spaces he picks up. I think he actually could play on the left 8, and that might actually work well with Marcus Rashford, if I'm honest. With the England link-up, that might actually work well. But what I wanted to see in Man United is that I don't want just Mason Mount to be the only midfield signing. I've done a TikTok on it, and I said, if Mason Mount's the only signing, then it's like me having chicken with no rice for my dinner. And I like chicken, but I don't want to eat chicken on its ones. But if you get me another midfielder like an Amrabat or whoever it is, right, just another sort of number 6, a strong physical, someone calm on the ball, then you've got my rice. So I want my chicken and my rice. So with Mason Mount, I'm cool with that because I wanted a midfielder like him. He's got his legs, he can create, he's versatile. But I also want my Amrabat or whoever it is in terms of like a holding midfielder or someone that can complement Casemiro or play when Casemiro is out. So the job's not finished. If Man United go into this end of the transfer window with just Mason Mount as the midfield signing, I will come back on this show and I'll be like, do you know what? I'm underwhelmed. I'm disappointed because we're going into the season again with Casemiro as just a natural holding midfielder, McTominay, who we know is not a natural holder, and then you've got Mount, Bruno, and Eriksen, who definitely is not a holding midfielder. So we're basically relying on Casemiro to be the bank for the whole season. So for me, Mason Mount's a good signing, especially
that's my worry.
if you get the other midfielder in. But that's essential. We can't just go into the season buy Mason Mount. I'm sorry, that does not solve our solutions. Good player doesn't solve the solution.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. Guys, keep liking the video. There's only 286
Come
likes,
on, man.
1.1k in here.
Great content,
Come on,
man.
guys, let's do better than that, man. That we're moving like the Glazers, man. We're trying to penny pinch the likes, man. Hit 44 says, is McAllister really better than Mount or World Cup hype? Listen, for me, I think McAllister's better in terms of technically, but who's a better player? I'll leave that to one to you guys. I think for me, I'd rather McAllister in my team for me personally than Mount, only because I think technically he can offer us more. But I do know why Ten Hag brought him in rather than McAllister,
Yeah,
so I
definitely.
can understand both sides for me. But I think we need another midfielder. I think generally, guys, we need another midfielder.
Mm.
Whether that's Amrabat, whether that's whoever, we need another midfielder, man. Musa, do you think the balance can work in there? Do you think it can work with the 2 8s and then the Casemiro behind?
No, yeah, I think we need to play 4-3-3. I've wanted to play that for a while, especially with Bruno. I just don't know, man. I just feel like you guys said, like I know everyone's trying to pick the good things out of the Mason Mount signing, but none of us had him in our top 10 midfielders coming to Man United this season. If we had this conversation and we said name 10 midfielders you want to come to Old Trafford next season, none of us, with all the combinations we would have put together, I don't think any of us would have had Mason Mount in it. And that speaks a lot. So as much as we're going to say, yeah, we get what the manager wants to do, but
Is
I
it me
think
or
we
is
get what the manager wants to do with other signings. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I don't know, man.
Can I ask a question there? Do
Okay.
you think last season, do you think Casemiro would have been in our 10 as well, though? I think a lot of people wouldn't have said Casemiro.
100%. I think so. I just think that Casemiro would have been in the 10 that we thought is not gettable. Not that we wouldn't have wanted him. I think if we would have named, 10 midfielders we wanted it, Casemiro, someone would have said Casemiro and everyone would have said, oh, there's no way we're getting Casemiro.
I would have, yeah, because I love him. But I think it goes in. A lot of people would have gone for him, and I think we saw what happened when he came in. And nothing to say Mount won't do the same thing for me. It's one of them. Again, it's underwhelming, and I think that's the problem that he faces because it's underwhelming and people aren't that excited about it. Straight away, he's on the back foot, and giving him number 7 shirt puts him on the back foot even more. It's just unnecessary.
Yeah,
because Mount's a double signing. Mount has to be a double signing. Mount's a player that you sign with another player. You don't announce the Mount signing on its own. It's a double signing. It's one of those signings that come through and then someone else, like there's a left back involved as well somewhere. Or we sign someone else.
Yeah.
We don't just, you know what I'm saying? We don't just announce
like
Mount and he's sitting on the chair like some Don Corleone with the number 7 on his back. What's going on? Man just sitting on the chair on his own, like I am the main man. Like, come on, guys, come on.
Musa, I have to pick a bone with you now, man, Musa. Because last week you were happy about Mason Mount. You felt like you were. I don't know, man, guys. I have to. I'm not gonna lie to you, man, Musa. You know what I mean. I don't know why your energy's changed. Last week you were like, believe in Mason Mount.
Who's coming to train the shop? Who's coming to train the shop and change
Yeah,
your
who's
mind?
coming to train the shop and change your mind? Because you were happy about Mason Mount last week.
You know what it is? I'm happy with what he can. You know what it is? I'm happy with what he can do, and in terms of the profile of midfielder that he is, but he's just not that.
Yeah.
This was Moose's moment as well.
Yeah, this is Moose's moment.
Have I gone again?
I'm dipping. Yeah.
Have I gone?
Are you in the gaff? Are you in the gaff now? Are you in the yard now? Jump in the yard, man. Yeah, jump in the yard, bro. Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, I'll message him.
Yeah. I don't. For me, I have to call people out, man. Musa, you back there? Nah, he's gone. Listen, for me, what you're gonna get on this channel is I will call people out and I will find out inconsistencies in their argument, like people always do to me. And this is what it's about, man. So for me, we can say Mason Mount all we want, but I've had the same consistent energy. So many people have had the same consistent energy. We'll just see how it goes in, and that's the best way to kind of go about it. We have to move on. We have to move on to Onana because Onana is a pressing subject that is happening, people, man. Guys, Onana is happening. It's not just a verbal this, that. You know what I mean? This is serious now. Understand, Man United are presenting this morning their verbal proposal for Onana, 39 million total package, add-ons included. This bid will be official soon. Inter expect 60 million euro fee for Onana, add-ons included. No agreement on stage. Onana keen on the move. Double A, I mean not double A. So Rhino, we'll come to you first on this one. We got to get this one
Listen,
done rapping, man. This one should be easy done.
We need Onana now.
Mm.
Right now, there's no going back. There's no going back. And why I'm very satisfied is that we've actually put in a bid, because I think there's another tweet probably from Fabrizio as well that says that we put in
Oh,
a
is it?
bid
I
that
know.
got
Okay.
rejected. Yeah, so we've actually put in a bid that got rejected apparently. So I can see
Yeah.
this going the same way the Mason Mount one went. You know what? Okay, they want 60 million euros. We've offered them 39. That's probably going to about 50. Apparently to about going towards the 10 mil difference, isn't it? Euros and pounds or whatever. So I feel like we're gonna keep balancing each other out, and then we're gonna meet each other in the middle somewhere. Because apparently Inter said they're happy to take 50. So if we turn around and say 40 something mil and then a little bit of add-ons or whatever, then I think we'll match their price eventually. And then he wants to come in as well. He's gonna definitely bring a big change to our squad in terms of how we play, the comfortability and whatever. We need him now, man. And I feel like the Mount signing is very underwhelming. But with Onana coming in and hopefully a striker, it starts to get a bit better. And hopefully we can get another midfield. And then, But Onana for me is exciting. He's box office. I'm ready for it, man.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think for me, I said, I tweeted earlier, I think a respectable, and this is where people need to understand where I mean, given the circumstances, a respectable window for me would be Onana, Mount, Amrabat, Hoyland. That would be for me respectable window. I don't think we're going to get a centre back, and I don't think we're going to go and get a full back. That's just not for me. It's not going to happen. Even though I think for me a centre back is very like we need
That
one
with a
technically,
centre
because
back
I
on
feel
top
like
of that, Saeed, and I'm very happy. Like,
very
yeah,
happy.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it's to an
very
8.
happy.
Takes it to an 8.
He takes it to
I
very.
think
Whereas
it
I'm
does.
like, okay, respectable, happy, satisfied. But people say, but then again, I got a mixed message online. We're saying, "Where's the standards gone?" I get all of that nonsense. I'm the chairman of Where's the standards gone. So you're talking to the wrong person, eh? You know what I mean? Like, I want a better window, but I have to just tone it down, man, because the Glazers are here and
Yeah.
they have. Well, they've told us we ain't got no
What we
money.
want,
and
realistic.
and realistic aims are two different things, and we've got to go
two
as
different
fans
things, man. Come
down
on,
the
man.
realistic route. Of course, if we wanted to name all 4 or 5 players that we really would want to come, we'd go and do that. But we'll be watching, people will be watching us thinking these guys are chatting shit. So the bottom line is we've got to be realistic. You know, a £50 million striker, a keeper 50 million, Mount 60 million. And, you know, if we get another midfielder, that might be a 30, 40 million pound mark, because we don't know how much you got to spend. The biggest transfer for me, guys, is the ownership. We can talk about signings, but of course, I get bored of talking about the ownership. I sort of spoke about it enough, but the biggest transfer is that. Would I take the new owners now, the Qataris, to come in, but they said we're not signing any more players? I'll bite your hand off. I'll take it in a heartbeat, because I know that the long term of the club's
You
going
heard
to be
about this
better.
today, though?
And
The
I
report
see
from The
this. And
Guardian,
you know what?
Jamie
I'm just trying to keep my mind off it, side, because I just want to focus on trying to be positive with the Mason Mount thing. But I'm with Rhino, by the way, on Onana. I feel like if we get Onana, like, that is a signing that, like, we desperately need. There's when you look at teams, right, it's about going out and getting players that you actually need in certain positions. And Onana is definitely that. Like, I'm not that guy who's going to come in and slate De Gea. De Gea's done his thing for the club for a long time. But at the end of the day, you know, sometimes it's time to move on. There's boxers that I love. I love my boxing. But when they carry on fighting into their mid-30s and then they start losing silly fights, I'm like, just retire when you needed to. You don't need to just get the paydays. And, I feel like De Gea, if he stayed at the club, it will end nastily when it don't need to. So for me, Onana comes in, changes the way we play, confident on the ball. It looks like Ten Hag is going to use him the same way Inter kind of did in the Champions League final, when you see him fizzing the ball in the midfield, and he wants to get Mount and Bruno on the half turn. You can kind of see what he wants to do. Whether he's going to be able to do that and teams shut him down, I don't know. But having that ability to have an Onana that can do that, and the defenders also to feel calm. Like, I said it to you, Side, when we first started doing streams. Van der Sar, we signed him at like 35 or whatever it was from Fulham, right?
35,
he was never like the best keeper in the world. However, he gave us 7 out of 8 out of 10s every week. Vidic
every game.
Much more confident with him. He wasn't flashy. He just done what he needed to do. And I feel like the defenders, in terms of Martinez and Varane, our first choice, if they have an Onana behind them, they feel like when like say Casemiro's got the ball and he plays it back to the keeper, they're not having to like sprint back and like put themselves in good position for De Gea to find them. It's like, do you know what? Let that ball run. I'm not even turning around. You know how confident, you know how nice that feels.
Facts.
And that's what Martinez and Varane are going to have now with Onana. And I do believe that this still gets done. I do believe that Mount was a priority, and I do believe that, you know, De Gea, Onana is a priority. The only worry that I have, and what's annoyed me, is if it is true, and I see what the other guys think of this, is that we know we needed a goalkeeper, right? It's come out today that the performance against West Ham, Sevilla, and Man City in the final were like the three performances to say, right, do you know what? We need a new goalkeeper. I was quite disappointed. If it's true, I'm quite disappointed, because for me, I don't think it should take those 3 games to justify why you need to go in for a keeper. This should be something that I think Ten Hag on the training pitch, Ten Hag in terms of the whole season, whether we're winning games or losing games, should have picked up if he needed a new keeper and not straight away. If other fans can kind of all sort of start debating, we need a new keeper, like De Gea, respectfully, your time's up. It shouldn't take 3 performances just for De Gea to be out the club, because at the end of the day, what if he saved a penalty and we won against City? What if we beat Sevilla? What if he didn't make the mistake against West Ham? What does that mean? He'll be here as number 1? And that's kind of how I left my head thinking. But yeah.
Facts.
Maybe it's context, you know. Maybe it's the context of or what they mean by those 3 games. Maybe Ten Hag was kind of always 50-50, and that was like the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But also to add on quickly, I feel like this is a big change as well. You know, when you change the goalkeeper at a club, it's like
that's why I
it's the
said it
start of
today. It's a
something.
big change,
So
man.
that's why I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Like, we're finally making that
excited,
big change that they say that big coaches are meant to make at clubs and whatever. So
Pep done it, didn't he? Pep done it twice before he got his man.
Twice, yeah. So it shouldn't be a shock. But obviously, with our club, there's a lot of sentiment. We do things differently. You know, it's all that same jargon. But it's about time now, Double A. We actually make a new change. Listen, I love David De Gea, but even I know it's time to go now. And majority of people have conceded that as well. And, you know, Onana, fresh face in there. We play a different style of play now. And almost now, the forwards now have got another kind of like, they got no excuses now, you know. When the ball goes up to them now, their control best be on point, you know. I'm not gonna lie to you. Rashford, Anthony, especially Anthony, you know, his control best be on point, you know, because he's gonna be getting balls into him now. Pause. Like he's gonna get in the balls kind of like sprayed into, you know, into his channel, and he's gotta do well. You know,
yeah, I've got no doubt in Anthony's technical abilities. You know, he's a favela baller, mate. He knows how to control the football.
By the way, Lewis, get out of here, man. Lewis, I know he's just coming here, and but yeah, man, big up to Lewis, man.
Just thank God we haven't got Vegas up front collecting them balls. That would have been an absolute travesty, wouldn't it? You know what I'm saying? But in terms of De Gea, for me, I think, listen, it's the right decision, because I said to you plenty of times last season it was getting toxic. You know, he couldn't do anything, and straight away fans are on his back. Luckily, I don't see social media when United play at home, because I'm there, so I don't see how bad it can be. So, listen, the club have treated him horrendously. For someone who's been at the club for so long, listen, you don't have to do. I've seen the Ruben Neves goodbye video and all that. As nice as that is, we don't need that. That's fine. We don't have to have these big emotional send-offs. A simple goodbye would be fine. I don't agree that Ten Hag has chosen 3 games to say I want a new keeper. I don't think that's happened at all.
Same.
Again, we speak about Ten Hag being so meticulous and in depth. He would have seen it for the whole season. He's not going to pick 3 games and say, right, that's it, I need a new keeper. Where I think some people are saying, you know, he decided earlier on in the season, but I think he would have told him in January, and then he would have let him have them last 6 months, get a good goodbye, you know, before the FA Cup final at Old Trafford, and we send him off properly like we should have done. What I think has personally happened, because you hear about all the contract being offered and then reduced and all this, I think he was going to keep him for another year. Genuinely think he was going to keep him for another year. Concentrate on other positions further up the field. But what's happened is we've lost out to Kim Min-jae, and then he's had to swivel and pivot on it.
I'm screwing about that, you know, guys, man. I don't know about you guys here, but I'm still hurt by that, you know. Kim Min-jae, man. The guy's release cost was 50 million, I think 55 million. Bro, like, I know we can't get everyone, but he would have been a monster for us, man. Like him and Lisandro, I generally think for me, he would have displaced Varane in that side. He's that good for me. But again, the manager, it's not the greatest of priorities right now, and I've accepted it, but it's still hurtful.
Apparently, we didn't even go in for him. As soon as
Yeah, we didn't go for him. Yeah,
Bayern were offering what we didn't want to offer, and that's fair. That's finally United are learning. If that's the case, we're learning not to do that and rush in and throw money at everyone. And you know, you believe the money we're giving Mount is the same that Liverpool and Chelsea were offering. So again, United seems to be learning from the past mistakes. But I think with Kim Min Jae, I just think, listen, if we didn't go in for him, that's absolutely fine. And the manager's having to swivel and find new routes to get what he wants out of this team. And now that he couldn't get Kim Min Jae, and he thinks, you know, a defender can probably wait because he's got Varane, Martinez, Lindelof. Shaw can play there and played there really well. And if he needs him, he's got big old slabhead at the back in Maguire that he can throw in every now and again. So, you know, it's not a position that he feels I'm light there. So the keeper, let me go and get a keeper that can play better football and can play the way I want to play. But if Onana comes in, listen, I said it to you on Sunday as well. United seem to have found this negotiating tactic that's finding out how to do the Hadouken on Street Fighter 2. They just keep doing it and doing it and doing it until they win. We're going to do it on every single transfer. So, you know, go in low, we'll meet in the middle and then get the man that we want. If I'd like it to happen quick because then we can move on to other areas, specifically getting players out of the club. I think that's the next thing we need to do. But Onana is the keeper that we want, and I think we can get him at a great price, which therefore makes him even more attractive to us. And like you said, you know, we are very restricted under this ownership. And the reason why these players are making a good window for us is because it's not lessening our expectations. It's living within your means. And we, unfortunately for us, we're handcuffed by these owners and what they are allowing us to do with this manager. And that them players coming in under this restricted budget is a very good window. So this keeper ticks all the boxes for what we need going forward. And I hope it happens sooner rather than later for sure.
Yeah, hopefully, like I said, it would be great to get him before pre-season, but he'd probably fly over to Norway. I think is it Norway we go first, and then it's to Scotland because I'm in Scotland anyway. So any United fans in Scotland is it 2 weeks time? Let me know, man. I'll be there. And then then they fly out to America, innit, for the first game. So hopefully he's there, but I doubt it, you know, because the way Man United do everything is slow anyway. So, you know what I mean? You'll get 1 week waiting for an announcement video, 1 week waiting for bid, 1 week waiting for that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hella waits, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, man. But I think for me, Tyrone, this window can be salvaged. You know what I mean? It can be salvaged. But I just think for me, right now, the striker situation's got a bit quiet as well, man. I don't know what's going on with down there. Hoyland's got a bit quiet as well in that sense. Yeah, because at the end of the day, you can't neglect that as well, man. If people are thinking your boy Martial, I know the pillow's right there, but if people are thinking, you know what I mean, Martial,
one more year.
Nah, 1 more year. Screw your 1 year, man. Screw your
1 more year, man.
About 1 more year.
1 more year off the bench,
take
man.
that
1 more
pillow
year.
down.
1 more year.
Please,
1 more year
Tyrone,
off the
what's
bench, man.
happening is,
Giving us a few moments.
that pillow is, if you take away that pillow, then the Martial feeling goes away. So please, just take away that pillow, take it aside, and donate it. You know what you should do? Donate it to charity, man.
Nah.
Donate to
Honestly,
charity.
that pillow's rising, man. It's standing firm. That's the thing. When you get knocked down, it's how strong you get back up. And 1 more year off the bench, giving us them moments.
How
Let's see if
many
we get back
years?
up.
I'm tired.
I back how much you love this guy.
Tired.
Yeah, Double A
You know.
does. He knows. It's from the start, man. But now, serious talk, man. Let's see what happens with him. At the moment, it looks like he's probably going to survive at the moment because we haven't got another striker. But in terms of like the striker situation going quiet, I don't think that's a bad thing. You know, sometimes like with Man United, there's always a lot of noise. Like you said, like the transfer window, we get linked to this player, we get linked to that player. Sometimes I think it's good just to, you know, step back. And sometimes when there's no noise, that's good thing. You know, I work with schools, right? That's what I do, obviously, my actual thing, right? And like when I'm working with my teachers and whatnot, it's like when I'm not hearing anything from my schools getting back to me or talking to me about certain things, I'm like, do you know what? They're just cracking on with their job. They're just doing their thing. They're doing their business. And I'm hoping that with Man United not being linked to a striker so much at the moment, they're kind of working on something or in the background. We don't normally work this smart. I could be gassing it up. We don't normally work smart. Normally we are in the media and it's like we're linked to this player. We're bidding for this player. We're not like a Liverpool where Liverpool just come out of the woods and it's just like, right, Liverpool have agreed to deal with blah, blah, blah. They've done that with Fabinho. They've done that with Luis Diaz. And it's like, why can't we move like that? I'm hoping that if we can just be working on stuff in the background, that the no noise is actually a good thing. So we don't know, man. That's the thing with our club. I wish we as fans and everyone watching as well could feel like we all know what the club's doing. Because when you are a Liverpool fan, or when you are a Man City fan as well, which is our rival, which is annoying me to say it, but you know that if you're not even hearing nothing in the media, they're doing something. They're working on what they need to do. Whereas with us, I feel like it always has to be in the media, or we're not doing nothing. So if we can start trying to be, clever with the way we want to move, and all of a sudden we come out with, like, in 2 weeks' time, Man United agree a deal with blah blah blah, Man United close to agreeing. I'm like, yeah, raw. Like, I've been in a group chat, like, you see this, but it's always noise of us, and sometimes maybe no noise might be a good thing. This is hypothetical. We don't know yet, but that's how I'm trying to be positive. Like, do you know what? I've had such a long year of, like, us going up and down, the transfer windows over the past years.
Yeah,
I don't want to just sit in the low. Like, of course, it's realistic that I know we don't move great and we need new owners, but I want to just kind of feel like, okay, maybe no noise is a good thing. And, with the takeover, we're not hearing too much noise. Maybe in the next week, something has to happen. But, the big thing is, I said to you, Said, already, like, end of July, gets to August, the league starts August the 11th, whatever it is. If Man United,
I always say though pre-season,
end of July, we're in trouble.
Yeah. I always say though pre-season, I kind of forget about not Man United transfers, but you kind of like focus on who's there, and then all of a sudden,
good enough,
my boy. But it's true though, like, my guy Ahmad's cooking, and you know what I mean, like certain things are cooking, and what I mean. We'll see Sancho. People are going to be gassed about Sancho's
Look what he did last year.
Like,
remember last year, pre-season last year, he was
Sancho.
He was doing his thing, man.
The right hand side as well, Then all of a sudden it's like, yo, Ahmad, not Ahmad, Anthony. Nah, man, get Anthony out of the team, man. Put Sancho there, he's cooking. Donny van der Beek has some mad kind of form. Who else is in there, man?
Was a facade, man. That front three, Martial, Rashford, and Sancho.
Oh my God, Rhino, I was gassed.
I was
guys, man, I was gassed. Where was that game, man? It was against Liverpool. That game against Liverpool,
first
guys.
game, 4-0.
4-0. But this is, the micro analysis on this pre-season will be a test for every fan. Don't get gassed. Don't get too giddy. Don't go over the top because it's pre-season.
But that's how they're meant to be, on paper, on paper, that front three should be doing that. That pre-season.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
The game is rigged, man.
I remember the year we got Van Gaal when we beat every team. Then we lost to Swansea first game of the season, and I was like, oh man,
bro. You know what's crazy? That Van Gaal, when he did that video with Wayne Rooney and that, and he was teaching them like videos about, he was doing like some shooting drill, and Wayne Rooney was doing well in them. I don't know if you guys see that. He went viral, and he gave Wayne Rooney a handshake, and I was like, "Rah, we've got our team, we've got the vibes." You know what I'm saying to you? Like, it was cooking, 5 at the back, and it was, but it just shows you, man, like, that's not a reality of what's gonna go. And for me, that's why I say the Premier League is a humbler, innit? Like, and that's my concern about our midfield. It's my concern about our attack, and obviously Ten Hag knows better than me. He's got his coaching badges. He's been in the game. He knows better than me. But I also know what this Premier League can give you. It can give you a sense of feeling of we're okay. We're all right. And then next thing you know, Double A, it's a humbler, isn't it? And that's where my concern is for next season. That we've got to be ready because everyone else is ready. Arsenal ready. Liverpool shaping up. Even Tottenham. Did they buy that centre back, by the way? That Van der Gen?
Not gone through
verbal agreement.
I don't think they've got him yet.
So they're shaping up as well. If they keep Harry Kane, a different situation. You've got Chelsea, who, bro, you know what I mean?
Yeah, their team's kind of ready-made already. You got a new coach, and then you got Newcastle that have obviously got a Tonali, and they're not done yet. So
they're not done
yet.
This
is what I mean. Like, the top four from last year is like, okay, we done well, we finished third, but this year it's going to be harder to do that. And when people and I want to ask Double A this actually as well. When you look at progression, right? People monitor it by like, okay, you finished fourth last year, so you got to finish third. If Man United finish in the top 4 this year, and we finish 4th, which is less than finished 3rd, obviously last year, but we do well in the cups and we go and win something, I still think that's progress, because actually at the end of the day, I think you've got to look at your rivals. You've got to actually look at who you're competing against. Last year we had Liverpool failing, you had Chelsea failing, you had Tottenham, not doing what they normally do in terms of getting top 4. This year is going to be much more competitive. So if Man United don't go out and have an amazing window, but still get top 4, for me, that's still like decent, because I actually think this year is going to be harder. If we finish 3rd this year, I'm like, whoa, I don't know what you think, Double A, but I wanted to see how you're monitoring like
Mm.
progression this season.
That's a good point, you know.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely spot on, mate. I think every new season you have to look at what you did last season and look to progress on that. So I think for most United fans, it was again maybe get a trophy, whatever trophy that may be, and get yourself closer to the top two and really look to close that gap because that's when you know you're pushing further. Whether that means you're in a title race or not, who's to say? Well, you're absolutely right. No one expected Chelsea and Liverpool to have a bad season, and you don't know who might have a bad season. You know, City might fall off a cliff. Arsenal might end up being Arsenal again.
Yeah, we didn't expect them to come second last year. No one did. Yeah,
London, Leicester, and that. You know what I mean? So who knows what can happen when the season starts? But I think the frustration for us is because we take June off, the most important month.
Yeah.
To go and start making these moves and start making headway and bringing players in and getting players out. We take that the whole club just goes on holiday for a month and thinks, right, it's July now, let's crack on. And you don't know whether that's because you don't want to take any money out and that last month of the financial year so you can hide it and not have anything diminish those reports. Who knows? But I think all we want is this club to continue to go where we started last season because we wanted to be excited about watching Manchester United again. And I think we was all at Old Trafford the season before, and we saw how fly it was. I've said so many times, going to Old Trafford, not last season, 21-22, you didn't want to be there. And no one was chatting, no one was standing around. You go into the game and you go home. Last season it couldn't be any more different.
Yeah.
You know, I think after the derby, we were still there an hour and a half afterwards, chatting and having a laugh. And it was just that whole atmosphere of Manchester United and what United brought to us completely changed. So now that's happened. Obviously, we want to go on. We want to compete. We want to be closer to it. We're back in the Champions League, which is exciting as well because we're testing our.
Yo, man. Ty, you coming? Who's down, man? Champions League nights, man. Are you there, man?
Yeah, I'm coming up. I'm coming up.
Bro,
So it's
man.
exciting.
Lie, man.
We can just hope that this manager again has another plan and he works with what he gets, and we'll see where we are. But listen, that number 9 is so important for us to bring in because I don't trust the players.
Bro, man.
Potentially,
you know what's crazy?
I mean,
you know what's crazy, Double A? This club hasn't had a goalkeeper as a new, fresh goalkeeper that's been certified for so many years because we've had David De Gea.
Yeah.
This actual team hasn't had a certified number 9 in so many years. It's probably Van Persie who's coming and being a certified guy. Like it could be a change that Man United need. That's why I'm like, why can't we just get Harry Kane? I just like, bro, like you know what it is, yeah? It's not that I don't think it's gonna happen, by the way. I don't think it's gonna happen because I think Bayern Munich will get him or he stays. But I just think for me, man, like Harry Kane is there, man. He's just there, like, you know, and it hurts me that we can't even go near him because we don't have the money.
Hey, if we get Onana and we got Kane, where do you think United could potentially finish?
Oi.
Yeah, I put you on the spot now, innit?
No more midfielders. No more midfielders.
Yeah, just Onana, Kane.
Yeah, we need one more midfielder, man. I can't lie, man. I still think that midfield's a bit dead.
I think at least 4.
I'll tell you what.
He gets some 20 goals.
To Aaron, and this is what I'm saying. Double A saying at least top 4, and I just said I think getting top 4 this season would be a great achievement. I saw people in the comments even saying I'm deluded for that. So Aaron just said even Onana and Kane gets us top 4. So what is Aaron deluded? That's why I'm trying to measure it because people think that. I don't think it's that easy to. I don't think it's that easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy, man.
I don't think it's going to be easy for us to outdo what we've done. We finished third. To finish basically progress is second or first, and I don't think it's that easy to do that. I don't.
Yeah. You mix Amrabat in there. You mix Amrabat in there, and then it could be anything. It could be any special season.
Mad, isn't it? What do you think, Rhino? Have we got Onana and Kane? Are you saying we finish any higher than third?
I don't know, you know. I feel like, you know, my problem, with this club, it's like what Saeed said. It's so good Saeed said this because this is what I want to say. We've just now changed the goalkeeper for the first time in how long? We don't have a number 9, a competent number 9. We just got a first 6. Last season gone, we just got a number 6.
Mad, you know.
We don't even have 8s.
Crazy.
Let's be realistic. We don't have competent 8s right now either. We've got a lot of missing pieces in our club. So I don't know. A lot of teams are strengthening, so we have to definitely consider that. If Liverpool are looking to come back, Chelsea are looking to come back, it's going to be more of a battle for that top 4. So if we had Kane and Onana, based on how we did last season and what Ten Hag can do if he steps up another level, why not? We should be able to get top 4 still, but
No,
I
but
don't
that's
know.
what we got top 4 last year. This is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
So you mean
like,
higher than that, like second?
yeah, like we're talking people measure progress. But you got to
Progress.
finish higher than what you did. That's why we all agree. It seems like we get top 4. We're like, you know what, that's still a good season. But some people in the
Yeah.
comments are like, you know, if you want to progress, you have to finish higher than what you did. So
No.
make you second or first.
No.
I think we're a cup team. I don't know about you guys, but I think we're a cup
it's
team, man.
interesting.
I think for me, give me FA Cup, give me the Carabao Cup again, give me Wembley, that Wembley feeling, and then we get top 4. And then obviously I want to win the Premier League, but I just don't think we're going to win it. So
That's
give me
what
the cup.
Arsenal were. That's what Arsenal were before last season. They were a cup.
Yeah.
Champions League. Can we dare? Can we dare? But listen,
Do you know what it is?
Hello,
We had to actually
Small team like City can win.
I
did
didn't mean that, by
decent,
the way. I was
man.
just joking, guys. I was just joking.
We did decent, like in terms of like staying in all competitions as well. We did that. We've done well, and we didn't really have a good squad, and we stayed in all competitions. What, quarterfinal,
Yeah.
2 finals, and come on, man, yeah, man, for what we have and all the problems
you know
that we
what,
have
though,
as well.
guys?
It's mad
But I was speaking to
still.
Rance today, yeah. If you look at the cup competitions, we semi got away with it, you know, man. Because West Ham, them man, what do you call it? If what's he call it? What's that guy? The West Ham striker. He could have pulled it back, and then they could have obviously got the second goal. We've been a good competition in terms of because we've had depth in terms of Garnacho, and then we've just killed them off.
The
Same
players
against
that filled in.
was it against Fulham? They went red card, and then we went into mad mode, and then boom. You know what I'm saying to you? Like we basically won the game. Garnacho came on, Sabitzer scored, and then like we can do our ammunition off the bench is crazy. We just have to obviously right now over the course of the season of the Premier League.
Yeah.
I don't think consistently our style of play is conducive to a 38 game season. I don't think so. That's my own opinion. Consistency. We don't have players who can score goals every week. Am I getting that from Sancho? I don't think so. Am I getting that from Anthony? We'll see. Martial, if he stays fit, he can score goals. His actual goal to ratio is not bad when he's staying fit. It's just that when he can stay fit. That's an added situation there. Midfield, Bruno has to score goals. Mount has to score goals. And then it's like, you know, a
Basically,
mixture of the
Rashford
bench.
is the only one you know you're going to get goals from, whether his performances are bad or good. He's just a goal scorer type player. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than that, we're talking about big Man United. Yeah, we're talking one player that we can guarantee we're going to get 15 goals from next season, at least in the league, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. But listen, people, we're gonna wrap it up here, man. Been over an hour. Big up to everybody who's
Sick
here,
show,
man. I think we went over 500 likes, which is the minimal on the channel. So big up to everybody who's hit the like button. But guys, make sure you subscribe to the Mandem. Tyrone, Never a Foul, and also Trafford Tunnel. Tyrone, it's been a pleasure, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Nah, as always, man. Nah, great show. I love it how like we can just disagree or agree, and as adults, you know, just chat about it, man. So big up Double A. Good seeing you as well, my brother. Rhino, big up every time. Make sure you like the video, people. I see it's on 523 likes. So let's get it up. I'm on Never a Foul tonight at 10 o'clock. I'm on Rance's channel at 7:30 for Red Talk.
Come on.
And then I'm slowly gonna get Trafford Tunnel up and running. I'm just, I'm busy at the moment with school. I'm going on holiday, so I don't want to start it, then stop it. I'm trying to think of a proper time I can start it, man. But guys, make sure you support the channel, man. Big up Saeed and everything in the gang all the time.
Always, man. Always, man. And Double A, man. Got a little debut there on the Mandem Talk, man. Big up to you, man.
Yeah, man. Moving up from a Sunday night to a Wednesday afternoon. It's all good, mate. I'm still in work.
You're just getting used to Champions League nights, right? That's all it is.
Give us your best shirt over there, by the way, just for the chat. Give us your best shirt in that collection. Would you say?
I probably know what I'm wearing, mate. I mean, it's the 2-star Champions
League. The 99 treble, yeah. I'm just saying, obviously, on that collection.
I could be here all day picking shirts out here, mate.
Pick your best one. Pick your best one.
Oh, mate.
What, Aaron? Is this one of your rooms in your yard?
No,
is that work?
This is where I work. This classic.
Yes,
yeah,
that's the one.
Training.
Yeah, that's cold, man. That's cold.
This isn't even a warehouse. This is just the room. This is stuff to go on the website. The warehouse is down there. There's thousands, mate. Thousands.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah, no, big up Saeed. I appreciate you letting me come on. And yeah, big up Rhino, mate. Good to finally be on stream with you. I know we met at the Chelsea game and that, but good to actually finally be on stream. Ty, mate, it's been a long time, but it's been
man. It's been good as always.
With you. Obviously, Mr. Talking Kit, the best football. Obviously, you know I like football shirts, so the best YouTube channel in the world, Football Kit. We just dropped an episode of Full Kit Rankers at 6 o'clock. So you go over to the YouTube channel, the search Talking Kit. Yeah, it's about Gianfranco Zola. I know people say that's Chelsea here, but some of the shirts
top player,
won,
man.
Parma, Italy, Napoli, outstanding. So yeah,
Mm.
we've just dropped an episode ranking 10 of his best shirts. Go and check it out. And yeah, big up to everyone. Love the chat as always. They love it. If you want a throwback Tuesday, got right. So retrofootballkits.co.uk. Go on that website. You can use Talking Kit 10, get 10% off. They already knock 15% off anyway. So you're getting 20%, 25% off. Loads of United, absolutely loads of United. This is on there. I've actually had robbed this and wore it. So yeah, go check it out. Best website for football shirts.
There you go. There you go. Rhino, big up to you, man. Love for coming on, man.
Yeah, man. No, love for having me, side as always, man. Big up the Mandem inside, obviously. Tyrone as usual, you know. And yeah, Double A, same thing, man. Good vibes, man. Good to be on the show with you as well, man. Listen, you guys, if you want to find me, Rhino MGTV as well, make sure you subscribe. Yeah, I'm gonna be going
Come on,
live
man.
probably tonight as well. So yeah, man. Big up
There
the
you
chat
go,
as well,
people, man. Open everyone head over, man, and obviously never a foul as well, and obviously watch the latest upload on Talking Kit, man. Yeah, listen, people, I'm going to be done for today, and I'll catch you tomorrow, Rivals Talk, man, where we're going to be talking with Bavs on phase 10 of Arsenal, so that should be fun, man. Oh, actually, no, that's Friday. No, tomorrow Thursday, isn't it? Why did I just skip a day? Yeah, call-in show tomorrow. So I'll see you there. Peace.